back home, the Matildas are going through an interesting World Cup journey. A couple ups and downs, a couple of do or die games, stars injured, so on, so on. A big game happened last night. I'll let you take over.
But as we know, 27,000 packed into Amy Park in Melbourne for the Australia v Canada Women's World Cup. And the Matildas were fantastic. They opened up the scoring in the 9th minute with a Hayley Rosa goal, and the crowd went bananas. And then, did you see any of the game, Ahmed?
I didn't catch much, no.
And then I think it was correct me if I'm wrong, around the 33rd minute, there was another goal, but it was ruled offside, and the crowd wasn't happy at all. And I must admit, there was a good contingency of Canadians in the crowd. It made for a very good atmosphere. And then the Australians continued to attack after that goal was disallowed. And then I think just before the half, Hayley Rosa again, I think, with another goal, which was allowed this time, which put Australia 2-0 up going into the half. And then into the second half, the Matildas were just far too good. I know we were without the best female player in the world in Sam Kerr, but the Aussies managed to achieve what many doubted we could. And we went 4-0 up, beat Canada, and we're through to the knockouts, which is a fantastic achievement for the Matildas. So congratulations to them, Ahmed.
Big statement coming from you. Will they make it all the way? Yes or no?
Well, based on their past 2 games, I'm not convinced. You know, I know we beat Ireland, I think, 1-0 in the first game and then lost last week to Nigeria, if my memory serves me correctly. But look, last night was a convincing win. I'd like to see whether Sam Kerr can get up and play. We don't know how bad her calf is or the severity of her injury is. But look, the closer we get to the pinnacle, well, maybe she could become available.
Yeah, she would be a great addition, right?
She's huge. Absolutely huge. And you know what? The Matildas are front page around almost every mainstream media publication in the country. So, you know, who would have thought that a woman's professional sport would capture the country's attention with this amount of publicity? Look, it's surprising, but it's fantastic at the same time.
1.5 million tickets sold too, mate. Don't forget that one.
Look, the one thing that we did speak off camera about was, yes, there was 27,000 people at last night's game in Melbourne, but with a 30,000 capacity, and when there was, I think, some 70-odd thousand to the round 1 game in Sydney, where have all the fans gone? Has it become a good TV game, or is Daniel Andrews having an effect on the sports capital of the world?
Very, very good question. I think it's the latter, but anyway, we won't go too deep into that. We'll keep going.
Before we go on, there has one thing that has come up in the past 12 or so hours since last night's game is the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation's microphones down at ground level overheard one of the Canadian strikers swear at Hayley Rosa about being attacked, and it's allegedly gone viral. Do you have any issues about female swearing? I mean, if it was the men who were swearing, I think it would just be an apologies to the viewers, and we move on.
What do you mean that they caught her swearing?
Yes, in the ground microphone.
Who cares? It's sport. People get passionate. It's heated.
No, I totally agree. I'm just wondering why we're making so much of a female sports person swearing. It seems
the BBC is a dying. The BBC is a dying network. They're looking for anything to bring attention.
Well, whatever the case may be, I'm still surprised that we have a moment with 2 females, one of whom is Canadian, swearing at an Australian footballer, and it's become international news.
We would have embraced it, actually. I reckon it would have been quite funny. It shows the passion.
Well, if it happened in the EPL or at Lionel Messi's game in Miami last week, people would have laughed.
It happens. Not if. It happens all the time. If you go and watch those games, everyone swears. It's normal.
Correct.
These guys are just drama queens looking for bloody clickbait.
And then an Australian commentator has then come out and said that the female footballers should be on pay parity with the males. I think it's still a little bit too soon.
Oh, this conversation. Mate, I am of the opinion you get paid what you make. Understand?
Well, elaborate.
What it means is whatever revenue you generate, you get paid. Why does it have to be him or her or whatever it is? You earn what you receive, right?
A very good argument.
Yeah. Well, why do we need to make it of female or male? Who cares at the end of the day? If they make more than the men, if they generate more revenue, pay them more. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are we breeding in society? We're breeding entitlement for nothing. You earn what you generate. Simple as that. You generate more, you earn more. You generate less, you earn less. They couldn't even sell the rights in Europe. The Women's World Cup. FIFA was fighting with media networks in Europe. The so-called the land of female money where their mouth is. All just talked.
Yeah, well.
Men's World Cup, they fight over it. See the difference? Right? That's why it's called raw sport, because we don't hold anything in. We say it the way it is. Right? So it is what it is. You earn more. You earn more when you generate more. You generate
Correct.
less, you earn less. Men are the same. They generate more, they earn more. They generate less, they should earn less. No excuses here. Same rule applies.
No argument. So your argument is spot on. I think it would resonate with a lot of people.
100%. That's it. That's what life is. Nobody gives handouts to anyone. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tones. You're an absolute legend. We'll catch you all next week. Take care, everyone.